as House Speaker Mike Johnson and Donald Trump keep promising no cuts to Medicaid and other programs like it while working behind the scenes every day, 24/7 to make those things happen. Fox News is actually doing a good job of revealing the truth behind the lie. Take a look.
Democrats always say he's going to get rid of your Medicaid, he's going to get rid of your Medicare, going to get rid of your Social Security. He said, I am not cutting those.
Right, a couple of things. On Medicaid, that's where the rubber hits the road because Barack Obama and Joe Biden expanded the people who are eligible for Medicaid by so many that it's unaffordable and sustainable. It's like the #1 expenditure that the federal government's got to pay. It's supposed to be state aid, pay the states. So that's where the big battle's going to be.
You have to cut things in order to cut taxes. So if you cut taxes, you'll ultimately make more money. But if you cut taxes, you also have to cut spending. And this is a problem. Trump promised he was not going to cut Social Security and Medicare. He's going to have to do that.
So that's, you have Kilmeade over there on Fox News. You have Klavan on the Daily Wire. And I love that the transit, there was no cut in the Fox and Friends from Ainsley Earhart saying, they're saying he's gonna cut Medicaid. He's not gonna do that, to Brian Kilmeade being like, he needs to, he's gonna do that. And then Andrew Klavan being like, well, when you do these tax cuts, we're gonna have less money, so I guess we gotta cut stuff, and we should cut that. We should cut that thing. And so they're lying to you like with one mouth, and then with the other, they're being like, but get ready to sit down and shut the hell up about it because it needs to happen. I'm gonna give you a bunch of BS reasons why it needs to happen. Something Obama and Biden. If it's too expensive, you could theoretically generate more revenue to help pay for it. You could do that sort of thing. For Social Security, you could remove the cap on the payroll cap on contributions to Social Security. You could do all those things. But again, their attachment to keeping taxes low is infinitely stronger than their attachment to these social programs, no matter how wildly popular they are, even amongst members of their fan base. And so, like at the same time that they're trying to ride out it's not gonna happen, both because they know it would be unpopular amongst their base if they realized it was gonna happen, but also I think the strategy here is just get to the point where the bill can be passed, and by then it's too late. Like, we just don't want Republicans to be like organizing. We don't want them in the streets. We don't want them showing up to town halls. So just do the thing. Hand the trillions of dollars to the wealthy, cut all these programs. And yeah, probably the midterms are gonna be super rough, but a lot of that's gonna be locked in. And it's a year from now, we can talk about some caravans, we can talk about some trans athletes, maybe that'll distract the plebes or whatever. And so that seems to be the strategy. And then they're also telling them, on the other hand, Luke, I really would be responsible to kill this program. And so it's some insidious, like, two-handed propaganda going on here. But what do you make of it?
It's bonkers. First of all, Ainsley Earhart went, there's all the people are saying that Medicaid may be targeted, but Trump said he's not going to. Really? That's all you have? Trump said he's not going. He also said the election was stolen. He also said that a hurricane was going to hit a place that he didn't, and then put it in a marker. As referenced earlier, he also said that maybe putting a UV light up your rear was the way we're going to deal with the COVID. So you always, we also referenced this previously in the show, but it's always these pundits who, when Trump says something outrageous, like I'm going to lock up this person or I'm going to do that, they go, no. He means like metaphorically retribution. He's not literally saying that. And then whenever it comes to this, that's all we have to, Trump said he wasn't going to do it, so we don't need to talk about it anymore, as Republicans are actively crafting those plans. And as the person next to Ainsley Earhart is going, yeah, well, maybe. And then it's interesting you referenced, because this is what popped in my head. Cutting Medicaid, I am heartbroken, to sort of preface this, that people can't care enough about more concept-driven threats like democracy, right? Or the rights of, as long as their rights haven't been infringed on, people really won't care probably about Trump's constitutional threats until it impacts them and it's too late. But the things people will go out to vote against the Republican Party on will be the gutting of these programs and the economic disaster that Trump is creating. And so, Lord help us, the culture wars are gonna be on fire. We're gonna have the craziest story of a trans, gay, prisoner drag queen who snuck into somebody's house and kidnapped a child or something.
And we're gonna have a gold medal.
And they got a gold medal and tied for 5th place with Riley Gates. It's gonna be off the hook, and the caravans are gonna be crazy. They get the political liability of doing this. And the epic insult to the people who watch Fox News and support Trump is that it's a bunch of really rich people misleading you into hurting yourself.
Exactly. I could not agree with you more. This midterm election cycle is going to be wide with the identity politics and the culture war stuff. I don't know what it's going to be. I don't know who they're going to target, but it is going to be insane because they are going to be in such an economic deficit that it's just to get people to overlook the long-term damage that's been done to their families, their finances, their retirement. Like, what are they going to? Donald Trump is going to be doing a lot of impersonations of trans athletes on stage. So just everyone.
Mommy.
I know. I would love to go the rest of my life never hearing that again, but unfortunately, that's not going to happen.